Good morning. Today Griffin and I are taking it upon ourselves to come out in nature and, get some releasing today. I wanted to talk and walk in nature because what I needed to release is kind of difficult and I cannot do it in my own strength because for that I am weak. So I came out to be with the divine, to dwell in the divine and be with the divine and release unto him as I walk, unto it as I walk. So I wanted to talk about what I needed to release is mother hunger. All right. So I'm a motherless child. I'm a motherless daughter. And that means that I do have a mother. My mother is present in my life, but she is absent, and she has always been an absent mother. Thankfully, I'm at a point in my life to where I understand that I no longer have to carry around, that I no longer have to carry around her stuff. And that for a long time I was internalizing her stuff and spending time being angry and hurt and saddened and rejected by her. And I had carried a lot of anger and resentment towards her. But now I realize that she couldn't give me what she didn't have. And she couldn't give me what her mother didn't give her. And she also does not carry the awareness to even deal with the stuff that I have, the issues that I have with her. So I had to choose to give her grace. The same grace that God has given me for the countless wrong decisions and wrong mindedness in my past. I have to give that to others, even if it's something that seems so impossible to do. A forgiveness that seems, that's when you're tested on forgiveness, when you have to give that forgiveness to someone who you do not feel is worthy or deserving of it. But I understand now that you do that more for yourself than others. And I'm going to tell you how there's so many women dealing with mother hunger. And, I'll say, just like boys, men, we always talk about the effects of the bad things that happen to men when they do not have that male influence in their life. Same goes for women. Same goes for women. And I will say, for me, it created unhealthy attachments. It created it created an insecurity, unhealthy attachments, codependency, low self-esteem. Oh my goodness. It created a lot of insecurities within me. And these are things that were revealed during my healing journey. I realized that I internalized a lot. And in doing that, I was not showing myself love, because instead of dealing with the pain, I internalized it, used it as fuel to fuel what it was I did want more of, and to take me away from what it was that I wanted less of, right? So I created unhealthy attachments, and I created chaos in my life, and I created a whole life that I thought would bring me happiness. I created that, but I created it in wrong-mindedness. And because I created it in wrong-mindedness, I now have to release it, because it does not serve me, this life that I created. The hardest part is letting go of what you thought you've always wanted. But I wanted to talk about mother hunger, and there's a book called Mother Hunger, and I do not have Because I'm Walking. I will post the link to that book in here. But she talks about the effects of mother hunger. And, you know, at the beginning, 2 years ago, at the beginning of my healing journey, the first people that I released were the obvious ones. And, you know, one of those people were my mother. I released her initially, and I disconnected myself from her. And I created boundaries and standards and all of these things that I wanted to have with her to create a healthy relationship. However, she was not willing to adhere, her and some more people were not willing to adhere to those boundaries that I created. So I had to separate myself from them. However, you're never fully healed. You're always healing. So I thought that just because I did that I wouldn't have any issues or bad feelings come up anymore about my mother. Wrong. They still are there, okay? As long as that issue exists, or as long as that relationship exists and you're still tied to that relationship, everything that you felt, all the emotions, all of the experiences that you harbored or you carried or created in that relationship are still there, and they come up you can't control when they come up. That's why they're called triggers, right? So I am saying that I'm thankful now because I realized that, you know, I thought I released her 2 years ago, and by doing that, I wrote a letter to my mother, a letter forgiving her. I wrote a letter releasing her, and I folded the letter away from me and I burned the letter. Well, now I'm realizing that there's more that I need to release around her. So today, I know it took me a while to get there, but today, that is what I'm walking to do. I'm walking to release. I'm walking for clarity. I'm walking for comfort. I'm walking for nurturing, sustenance, for support. Anytime you need to release, it's always good to surround yourself within the elements, you know, or to use at least one of the elements. You know what the elements are: fire, air, water, earth. To use one of the elements to help you to assist you in doing that. But I just wanted to encourage you, to those women out there who are fractured in some way because you do not have your mother. I want you to know that you can recreate that energy, that mother energy, and you can find that in something else or someone else. It does not have to be from the person that you yearn for it the most. Do you know what I mean? So please do not create a fantasy. I hope that this video brings you to an awareness or calls something out in you that you have been carrying, that you need to confront. The best thing that I did for myself was to tear down the fantasy walls that I had created about who I was and who the people were in my life to me and how they showed up for me. I could no longer, for the longest, I used to accept and see my mom fully for who she was, but I chose to believe something else, and that left me in denial, in depression, in anxiety, in anger. So I don't want to do that anymore. And this is how we take our power back. This is how we say, you do not get to hurt me anymore. This is how we say, I am worthy. This is how we say, me first. This is how we say, I love you because you're worthy, right? This is how we say that. We take that power back. We take back, when you leave, when you take that step to rediscover yourself and love yourself, you're saying me first. You're saying because I'm worthy. And I hope that this helps to do that for you today. Okay? So I've made it to my my waterfall point, and now I'm about to go and bask in the flow of the water. There we go. I'm about to bask in that. So I hope that you enjoy. I'm signing off. Carlos Tyler, I hope you have a blessed, divine day, beings. Mwah.